So what we're asking you to do is actually kind of hard. So let's just play around with this for a little bit. So here's the lead paragraph. We're going to do the editorial thing. We're going to choose a Connecticut Post. And we're going to search. And the first article is actually not an article at all. It turns out I heartily disagree with your editorial from Wednesday suggesting that my claim against Governor Malloy were not supported by evidence, were inappropriate, and were based on just something I had heard. All right, so who's writing this? Well, if you scroll down to the bottom, it says here, Tom Foley was a Republican candidate for governor in 2010 and a Greenwich resident. He's formed a committee to explore his prospects for governor in 2014. All right, so clearly this is a letter written to the editor by Tom Foley that was published, wait, when? He says Wednesday. He doesn't say what the title of the article was. He just says that it was Wednesday. Today is Thursday. Presumably it's the Wednesday before. Let's look at a calendar. How many days ago is that? Today is the 26th, and when Thursday was the 19th, so it was written exactly a week ago. And it's probably a response that was posted on the 18th, Wednesday the 18th. Now, let's go to the Connecticut Post and look for that, because we don't really know what the title of the article was, so we just want to know what was in the Connecticut Post that was about Tom Foley that was written about a week ago. So let's look up Tom Foley. And here we have blah, 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 blah. We have a lot of stuff, pictures. Notice how these are 3 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 6 days ago. Okay, we're getting close, but that doesn't sound like something that Tom Foley might be responding to, so let's keep going. Clearly it's going to be something he's fairly upset about. 6 days ago. Oh! Now that looks like something that Tom Foley might be upset about, might even be embarrassed to include in the actual rebuttal. And it is exactly a week ago. So let's go take a look at this. Oh yeah, the glory of commercial newspapers. So here we are. Tom Foley's appearance on last Sunday's Face the State program was disastrous enough to put in doubt both his competence to be a candidate for governor and to hold the office himself. He even made charges he acknowledged that he wasn't sure if they were true, and even insisted that truth didn't matter. All right, so let's go back to this article. Would you say these two match? I would say yes, because he said you need to go back and look at the Face the State segment, and this here is actually about his Face the State program. So yes, this article is in response to this. Now, who wrote this? Is it an editorial? Well, it has a byline, but then if you scroll down, it says Chris Powell is a managing editor of Journal Inquirer in Manchester. So I would say that this is an editorial. Now, if we grab this headline and we go search for it in Newsbank, and just to remove any possible confusion, let's get the question mark out of there. Databases don't tend to like searches with question marks. And we'll put that in quotation marks. And we'll search for all text and see what we come up with. And there is nothing. So what have we learned here? That there are no editorials in the Newsbank database for the Connecticut Post. Is that true of all the newspapers? No. That's just the agreement that the Connecticut Post has with Newsbank. There are no editorials. But Newsbank will direct you to editorials from the regular publication. This is complicated stuff. You can't just Google this, and it's exactly why we're asking you to do it, because there are no very clear-cut answers, and the way to find it is basically through detective work.